Good afternoon. I'm Sean Yao, and this is One News Now. Malacañang has denied rumors of a declaration of martial law amid the surge in COVID-19 cases. For the details, we have Maricel Halili reporting to us live from Mandaluyong City. Mase, good afternoon. What did spokesman Carlo Nograles have to say about the rumors going around Viber groups, around social media, about a certain martial law declaration?
Hi, Sean. Well, like what Secretary Lorenzana said last night, Secretary Nograles denied the rumor. He actually called on these fake news spreaders to stop what they're doing because they're not helping the country in fighting the COVID.
All right. Well, having said that, Mase, should Metro Manila residents now expect then a shift to alert level 4, which is one alert level higher than the current alert level 3 in the coming days or maybe by January 15?
For now, Sean, we still don't know. The interagency task force has actually drafted several parameters to decide, or that will be their basis in deciding whether to raise or to decrease the alert level, particularly here in Metro Manila. And, well, not only here in Metro Manila, but all over the country. This includes the the 2-week average. It also includes the hospitalization or the hospital utilization rate. And just last night, Secretary Nograles said that they will also consider the condition of our healthcare workers. So it will actually depend on the numbers of COVID cases in the next few days.
All right, it's already Friday, Mase. It's been a week of this, maybe a little bit more, and we've heard of these record high projections coming from experts and data scientists. What is the palace's message to the public amid all these, and how should we really see this surge?
Well, the Department of Health said that there is no concrete evidence yet whether there's already a local transmission of the Omicron variant in the country, but based on the numbers of particularly the number of COVID cases nationwide, we should assume that there is already local transmission. So we have to be careful and always follow the health protocols.
Right. In terms of guidelines, Mase, the last time we went through this, not a lot of people were vaccinated. Right now, at least here in the NCR, there's a lot of vaccinated individuals already. Having said that, have there been any tweaks to the guidelines, especially for quarantining, isolating, whether you're infected or exposed?
Yes, earlier this afternoon, Health Undersecretary Maria Rosario Vergere discussed the new guidelines that they have drafted for those individuals who need to be quarantined. Let me read to you some of the guidelines that she has presented. For those individuals who are COVID positive but do not have any symptoms, or they are just experiencing mild to moderate symptoms, they should be quarantined for 10 days, whether they are vaccinated or not. Now, for those who are experiencing severe and critical symptoms, they should be quarantined for 21 days. It doesn't matter whether they are vaccinated or not, but it will depend, of course, on the advice of their doctors. For those individuals who are close contacts or who have exposure with the virus, for fully vaccinated individuals, they should be quarantined for 7 days and 14 days for unvaccinated or partially vaccinated. For health workers, they also have drafted the new protocols when it comes to quarantine. For health workers who are positive but asymptomatic and if they have mild to moderate cases, they should be quarantined for up to 5 days only. But of course, they have the members of the infection committee in their hospital that should check the condition of this health workers to make sure that she or he is not infectious anymore after the quarantine. For close contacts, but do not have any symptoms, it's okay not to be quarantined. But of course, this particular health worker must have a go signal from the infectious committee of their hospital.
All right. Now, what did experts have to say about these studies saying that the Omicron variant might be the beginning of the end to this pandemic?
Sean, if you recall, Father Nick Austriaco of the Octa Research Group said that. But, well, for some reason, some of the medical experts do not totally agree with the statement of Father Nick. For one, Dr. Edsel Salvania, one of the infectious diseases experts consulted by the Interagency Task Force, said that we still have to gather more information about the Omicron variant. So it's difficult to say whether Omicron variant will be the start of the end of the COVID-19. All he can say is that this virus is still infectious, so we still have to be careful about it. And based on our previous experiences in COVID, we've been surprised with the mutations and developments of this particular virus. So he doesn't totally agree with this particular observation.
All right. And what about on self-testing using antigen test kits? Did the DOH have anything to say or anything new to say about this? Are they advising people to use these rapid test kits or not?
Well, the Food and Drug Administration has called on the public, or not the public, but the manufacturers of this self-administered test kits to apply for emergency use authorization or to apply for permit to make sure that this self-administered test kits are safe and in a way accurate. But for now, the members of the committee of the Department of Health are discussing the possible guidelines for the self-administered kits, and we expect the DOH to issue these guidelines on January 17.
Thank you so much for all those updates. That was Marcel Halili reporting to us live from Mandaluyong City. Thank you, Maset. Stay safe. And as Maset said, for one Octa fellow, the spread of the more transmissible Omicron variant just might be a blessing in disguise. However, not all experts are in agreement. Jen Calimon with the report.
Almost a week into the new year, COVID-19 cases continue to rise as more Omicron cases are being detected in the country. On Thursday, the Health Department reported 29 new cases of the variant, 10 of which are returning Filipinos, while the others are local cases from NCR. This brings the total number of Omicron cases to 43. But for an Octa research fellow, the additional Omicron cases amid the swelling of COVID infections has an upside. He considers it a natural immunity, which could even lead to the pandemic's endgame.
Omicron is the beginning of the end of the pandemic because Omicron is going to provide the kind of population immunity that should stabilize our societies and it should allow us to reopen. It will be hard for 1 month, but afterwards it should be a blessing.
Austriaco says that antibodies increase after a breakthrough infection due to Omicron, acting as a natural vaccine.
The Omicron infection actually gave them antibodies that protected them not only against Omicron, but against Delta, Gamma, Beta, Alpha, and the D614G.
Studies abroad show the variant could provide super immunity among the vaccinated. In a study from Oregon Health and Science University, antibodies multiply by 1,000% compared to antibodies formed after receiving a full dose of the Pfizer jab. But for other experts, this is no reason to let one's guards down.
A lot of cases are going in the hospitals, although they are mild, but please don't take this into something like it's only mild. We want to protect the vulnerable population. So please take care of yourself, get yourself vaccinated, and follow the health protocol.
Oo nga, we can have immunity, pero bago ka magka-immunity ay gumastos na ng magkano? 700,000 pesos yung pamilya mo kasi na-ICU ka.
At the end of the day, experts say that vaccination and adherence to health protocols are still the keys in preventing the mutation and transmission of COVID-19. Reporting for News 5, Jen Calimon, we are One News.
Several government officials have also tested positive for COVID-19. AFP Chief General Andres Centino is now isolated in Camp Aguinaldo. He remains in full command of the armed forces while under quarantine. Senator Ping Lacson also tested positive in 2 RT-PCR tests. He has informed his close contacts about the results. Senator Win Gatchalian said he's experiencing mild symptoms of COVID and urged the public to get vaccinated. Marikina Representative Stella Kimbo and husband, former Congressman Miro Kimbo, are also in isolation after testing positive. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives will remain under lockdown until January 16. Only 20% of personnel in each House office will be allowed in once work resumes on January 17. Presidential candidate Bongbong Marcos was a no-show in the preliminary conference tackling his disqualification cases. His camp, though, submitted a medical certificate stating that the former senator had been exposed to 2 COVID-positive individuals. According to his physician, Marcos Jr. is now in isolation after experiencing fever and sore throat. The preliminary conference was supposed to start at 9 a.m. today, but it was delayed for hours due to Marcos's absence. Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The IATF has shortened the quarantine period for fully vaccinated healthcare workers in order to ensure that manpower is sufficient as COVID-19 cases continue to surge. Fully vaccinated medical workers who are close contacts of COVID-positive cases can go under quarantine for only 5 days. The country's unemployment rate for November 2021 declined to 6.5%, lower than October's 7.4%. This is the lowest jobless rate since the start of the pandemic. A national artist for literature, F. Chanel Jose, has passed away on Thursday evening. He was 97. According to his family, Jose died in his sleep at the Makati Medical Center, where he was supposed to undergo angioplasty. He is known as one of the most widely read Filipino authors in the English language and best known for his Rosales Saga novels. For more updates, visit News 5, the Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.